The fighting continues as we head on to our second half of Project 160, Accession of Queens. Tonight you have me, Bibimbap, here alongside with Kaisaya, and we are able to witness our lower bracket semis early on, but this time we'll be moving to our second half, which is going to be the upper semis, D35 versus Starlight Esports.
Yes, that is so true. Now we review the match that has happened from a while ago. It was a 2-0 result in favor of Vegas Divine, Indonesian female team up against Philippine Z4FE. And it was a pretty dominating game, to be honest. But then again, you are about to witness up next the upper semifinals, which is I think more interesting because both of these teams were able to actually stay up top on our bracketing. D35 from the Philippines as well as Starlight Esports from Indonesia. So I'm so excited. I wonder if this is gonna be a 2-1 score or 2-0 score, or we'll just have to find out.
Yes, let's all wait and hold on to our receipts as we head on to our team lineups. We'll be having first the lineup of the 35, brought to you by Miss Dope, Christina, Jarisa, Mira June. Is that Mira June? Mira Jane, and Shana.
That is so true. Now we take a look at Starlight Esports team lineup in here. Hailing from Indonesia, we have in here Reiki Ray, Athena, KN, Sichik, Wona, Selji, and Karin. They have 5 main players and 2 substitutes. We'll just have to learn later on who's actually gonna play in the battlefield. I mean, for our bracketing, it has been PH versus Indo, and now we see another PH versus Indo. And on your cameras, we see D35 all in their boot camp right now, loving their hair, long hair. Yes, I mean, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, I think I saw Miss Air. I mean, I was really vouching for curly wind effect hair, and I see again that this time on the webcams of D35. Really comfortable right now in their boot camp. Pretty chill, and I think they're ready to fight.
And the good thing about this is that there will be no internet delays for the communication. They could just easily brush or, sabihin na, ikaw na, the thing about recitation. They could just easily pinpoint where to go because they are together on their bootcamps. Whereas, on the other hand, their opponent...
Oh, I love that. I love that. They're trying to pull off that finger heart. No, it's not finger heart. They were like doing that. What do you call that?
Heart?
I don't know. Like that kind of heart. But I think it did not work out because there's 5 of them.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard. I also see someone in the mall, and I always love the background of our middle player in here on the upper part because yesterday I think I saw her having a Shrek background. So I mean, these ladies, they're pretty chill. I love it.
Yeah, and that's actually good. Like they are not tensed at all. They are having fun while being in the tournament, because that's one of the purposes of having a tournament, for the people to enjoy and showcase their talents, not just to be pressured and sulk after losing, because there's no such thing as losing, but rather learning something that you could apply to the other journey that you might go.
That's true. I mean, getting to know, and actually a good start to start off the female esports team for Honor of Kings as well. But let's talk more action. We head on to the drafting phase between the best of 3 match between D35 versus Starlight Esports. I think I've heard a ban. I'm just not so... Oh, there you go. There goes the ban. The Lady Gen will be banned out. A different series actually was used, but will be respected this time by D35 up against Starlight Esports.
Even though Mid Idol isn't here, the promise of having a Lady Gen is already problematic. And apart from that, it's going to be Arlie being banned onto the side of Starlight Esports, and Mayin. Again, it's a different game, but these 2 heroes were, that's how the highest performance or highest kill rate on our game number 2. So it's really respectable to ban them during this series.
Yes, that's true. Most especially that we did actually see one player from the side of D35 make use of the Arlie, so it's understandable that this is banned out by Starlight Esports. I love how these girls are actually doing their studies, in preparation for the tournament. Although Datsio is actually open, Kaiser will actually be prioritized by D35. We saw them play Kaiser as well as they jungle in here for their composition, and you do know that whenever there's a Kaiser, you do know that he can just like go all in,
Yeah.
frontline into team fights, and whenever he's on ult mode, really invincible as a warrior he is.
Yeah, Kaiser is pretty annoying. Like, especially if it's going to dive the farm lane, whoever that be is, and it's going to push you. And if ever there's a Motzi, it's going to cancel your thinking inside the box, because you've been moved, you've been out of the position. But I'm excited, Kaisaya, because we have an Angela right now because it wasn't banned during the first phase of the banning. So Angela, soon. See, I get
Sun Tzu.
together with the Kaiser for the lineup of D35.
Yes, give us the chance. Me and Bibimbap is studying the correct pronunciation of the heroes in here. So maybe sometime we'll be able to create the content about that. But yeah, Angela is in here, Sun Tzu is here, Lianpo as a frontliner on the side of Team Starlight Esports is in here as well. So for both sides, lots of sustain, but I'm loving the Sun Tzu pick in here from the side of D35, primarily because it gives them an opportunity to respond in clashes, in team fights that potentially happen in the other end of the map. Given that they don't even here, I mean, there's no priority on the Datsio even. Instead, they want to go for a Suntua comfort pick in here from their side.
And the good side, on the good note rather, is that it won't be unlimited because there's no Dolia. It has been banned by Starlight Esports. Though moving forward, Marksman Marco Polo has been banned by D35. Though for the side of Starlight Esports, they have Lianpo, 3 tanky heroes. So I'm thinking who's going to be the marksman or the farm laner that is going to be prioritized by D35. Hui is open, even Garo is open, and Alessio. But we are going for the Garo and Ming combination.
I'm really scared on this duo lane combination in here. Ming and Garo, this is actually being spammed in like 100 stars rank. So this is looking scary, most especially if there is a buff being done by the Ming. But let's see how Starlight Esports will actually stop that power combo in the dual lane of Team D35. But for the meantime, they have in here the Princess Frost to actually create the space for the ladies soon to free hit. And yeah, we'll just have to find out on the execution because both of the lineups are good. It's now just a matter of how they're gonna rotate on the map and find the information that they need in order to create the play that they want.
And I'm thinking whoever is going to copy the kind of bushy strategy or bushy tactics that we are able to witness onto our winning teams for our first series, which is Dagos or Vagus Divine. But I heard it already. We're going to dive into Hero Scourge for our series number 2, upper series, D35 versus Starlight Esports. But again, going back, we already set our expectations for the lineups. We had the tanky lineups, but we will see who's going to draw the first blood as we head into our mid lane. They're just, taking their time. So body system when it comes to our roamer and our mid laners.
Yes, that's true. For the meantime, the goal in here is to go for the fast clearing of the minion waves in the mid and then either go for the jungle camp of your opponent to actually, just steal away something from them. But for the meantime, there is an advantage in terms of the poke in here from our Angela and the Ming in the mid.
Yes, and it's kind of surprising that Ming isn't boosting the Garo or the farm lane earlier on, but they just tried to check which golem did the core onto the side of Starlight Esports they prioritize. But right after that, Ming or Shana would just regenerate, go back to get the health that he's missing already, and just a 1v1 scenario down bottom.
Yeah, I mean, so that question a while ago as to why Ming did not start onto the bot lane, it's fine. I mean, Garo has the range advantage up against the lady soon, so totally fine to leave that alone for now. So I'm loving the rotation in here. They're actually same. They're actually mirrored in terms of rotation. Now it will now just boil down onto how they will actually execute the team fights.
Yeah, so as of the moment, it's a safe 2 minutes, I might say, for both of our teams. They kept on punching against each other. It just so happened that nobody was able to punch or to land a punch. As of now, though, it's going to be a 4v4 situation with Miss Dope initiating, but he was going to bail out because it's really risky for them to overcommit that easy on.
What you gotta love in here is that Starlight Esports was actually prepared on the potential 4-man gank by Team D35. So I think that's where they match up. But they're having a hard time in here by the Ming and Garo combo up against the Lienpo, because, I mean, that's a long-range damage and it's also boosted with some additional physical attacks. So yeah, that's why they send Ray way home.
It's very timely. Like you don't want to give that gold and that advantage to your enemy team. So Jarisa is just taking his time. Taking her time, just getting those equipment that she needs, especially during the latter part of the game. I think if this Garo would be unstoppable, it's going to be hard for them. But look, Winter is here. Miss Dope was finally able to use the flash just to survive and see another day. But Starlight Esports is not going to stop on that. They're going for gank down bottom. Look at Leon Po initiating, and Garo Jaresa would be eliminated as early as of now, and the second skill would be committed onto Ming. Shanna would be able to survive, but onto the other side, Son C would commit his ultimate and would be able to take down Shanna, and another Zan would bite the dust, and that's going to be a 3-man down for the side of D35.
That's true. And what turned out to be the problem in there was that, the Garu as well as the Ming was so overextended. They were overly confident on the bottom lane part of the map that they did not notice two other members from the side of Starlight Esports was actually waiting in the bush. So it's kind of a pretty common strategy from our Indonesian female teams right now when they wait for the bush play, but still actually a standard in terms of, competitive level of play. But then again, this is an objective take by D35, which will allow them to catch up in terms of goal.
Yes, they will be able to do so. And Angela keeps on rotating down bottom because he know that they should really get the first ever Tyrant and should really give the space for Jarisa. And I really like what you did mention earlier. Sonsi or Ricky Ray, alongside with other members of Starlight Esports, they know who to prioritize. Although there was a hope, or there was help coming from Mirajade, it's already futile because their marksman was the first one that gets to be eliminated, and the job is already done down bottom because they were able to push the turret against the Lady Sun.
That's true, but then again, no deaths as of yet from the side of Starlight Esports. What they say is that, okay, if I'm really getting bullied on my lane, what do I do? Do I still continue to defend it? But if it actually will cost your life, just give it away. And I think I like what the Lady Sun has done, but team fight happening right now.
Ooh, look at that early commitment of the ultimate coming from the Angela. Lianpo is already smashing the ground, but won't be able to equalize that onto getting the kill. Winter is here just to zone out the other members of D35, but Jarisa is already unstoppable and was able to take down one member of Starlight Esports, and Mira Jane is just going to be the casualty onto the side of D35. With this in mind, I think they could easily defend this Vanguards that has spawned onto the side of Starlight Esports.
Here we see the members of D35 able to catch up in terms of gold, And in terms of, well, not yet on the kills, but in terms of the towers, they still on the lead, and that is looking definitely good for them. Still just give the space for Jerisa onto the Garo, then she will be able to free hit. Now, the question is, what can Starlight Esports do? Now they just have to go for that lane onto the team fight as well, joining. They need to catch up the Garo, but I think it might not just be the lane eyeing for the Garo, because we're talking about an empowered Garo in here. But for the meantime, seems like there's a catch up for the side of Starlight Esports in here to go for the tower objective.
And it's actually good. But when it comes to your question early on, they have to get Jerisa, and I think that task is already given to Ricky Ray. It just so happened that the moment that Ricky Ray did commit that Tremors match, he is already being shredded into pieces by this Garo, because he was empowered by the Ming. So Winter is here, could be utilized as well to prevent them from committing. And look, with the flash being committed just to retaliate, Ricky Ray won't be able to do the job that has been given unto him.
They're definitely having a hard time with the damage coming from both the Angela as well as the Garo. They're eating the Spear of Purity as well as the Blazing Brilliance in here. The tank frontliners of Starlight Esports is just now becoming a paper, and it's giving them a hard time. Now, what can they do? Should they go for a cross-map play this time? That is the question. Easier said than done, definitely, but maybe they need to pick off someone. Maybe they just take off some damage source from the side of the blue team, D35. Maybe the Angela, when you get that caught off guard, if there's a chance, just not let them go all in with a 5-man being ready onto a team fight.
Yeah, it's kind of hard actually to flank from D35, knowing that they have the front damage, and Spear Purity again will be committed Tremor Splash. But look at the other members of Starlight Esports, they are nowhere to be found. And Jerisa is just doing the free hit. Whether it's here, has been committed as well, but Ming will be able to see another day. That at Sunset has been committed by this Elaine, and was able to take down one member against D35, but a double kill coming from Miss Dope. And moving forward, it seems like nothing did happen. It's 3 to 1 member in favor of D35.
We can see how Wuna tried her best and actually catching the back line just to get Jerisa on Garo, but to no afford, because Jerisa is, we call this the protect the queen composition, right? Just heal her, just look at her, give her the protection that she needs, and she will be able to get the free. And this is where D35 shines. I think Garo is actually one of the best heroes or farm lane heroes that in their composition, so I think this has to be well respected. Or don't give them, actually it's not just Garo, maybe if you take out Garo, maybe they will put out the Hoi Ming composition, so I mean it's also scary as well.
It's a matter of who's on the first pick, or it could also be, I mean, they could also use an assassin to their lineup, especially that they don't have any means of diving in to the composition of D35 as of the moment, because the Tremors match that Ricky Ray is giving, I mean, it's good when it comes to dealing the pressure, but the thing is, with the stuns coming from Miss Dope, with the out position coming from the Kaiser, I mean, it's not being fortunate, it's not being an advantage for them. And moving forward, after those clashes, the objectives are being secured time and time again by D35.
In here, we see the Kaiser actually staking that, not objective yet, but actually,
Jerisa was able to secure those kills, but Athena was able to take down another member. 2-man down, brought to you by Christina. Winter is here, has been utilized as well, but to no avail. And it's just going to be Mira Jane that will be meeting his demise. And again, an objective. Nobody did take that objective. They let go of the objective, but rather the kills are in favor of D35.
Yes, that's so true. I mean, the Overlord was actually curious, are you gonna take me or not? But then again, the players decided to just, okay, let's leave him alone. We're gonna be eyeing for our opponents in here. Then again, still Jerisa on the Garo, well protected. It's like, they're like twins in here. Shanna as well as Jerisa on their comp. So this is to actually boost the damage of the Garo. Imagine the Garo, I mean, even without the Ming, she's already scary as hell.
Yeah.
And what more with the additional physical attack coming from the buff of Ming, and then that's way even scarier. But again, I mean, this is tough for the side of Starlight Esports. They need to find a way to pick off this Garo from the side of Team D35.
They have to stop him at her rather at all costs. Athena would be meeting her demise rather, and Ray onto the hands of 3 members of D35. And look at the complacency and the confidence that Amira Jane does have, regardless of the deaths that he was able to contain. Those 3 deaths with the stuns coming from the ultimate of the Sunsi, still he was able to reverse the tides and contain those damages coming from Athena or coming from this Lady Sun.
That's so true. Looking at the stats right now, Lady Sun needs to get definitely more items for herself, and at the same time, again, some sustain for the Elaine to be able to sustain the damage from the Garo on the backline. Maybe they need to, I don't know, like Dune as well as the Lienpo, they need to catch up on the backline and pick off this Garo. Just to take him out, because this is the one giving them the problem. Apart from Miss Dope's Angela as well. But meantime, up top,
Look at that! Without even touching, without even dipping her foot under the turret, it was able to deal that kind of damage with a double kill already. Just Shanna escorting the Queen Jerisa, and with Miss Dope just doing the laser beam out of nowhere. Members of Starlight Esports, they are not in a good shape, and Jerisa once again with the godlike plays. And almost wiped out, but we still have Athena here to fend off the base that they still have to fend off the crystal, but he is going to fall down as well. And an official wiped out coming from the side of D35, and it seems like they're going to aim for the crystal, but Dunn won't just let that happen, but he's going to fall down as well, and the push for the turrets will be committed by our ladies from the Philippines,
there you
D35.
go. Yes, indeed. Garo was such having a good time. Well protected by the Ming as well as the Angela. I mean, it was quite unfortunate earlier on, like on the, I think that was like on the first 4 minutes of the game, wherein they got 2 deaths up against the gang coming from Starlight Esports. But the moment wherein the Garo was able to get more kills, she just like go on a power spike. 7-1-7 as I can see it in the match. Match results. You know that she's just basically well protected. This is their best comp. This is where they are. This is where they basically shine as well. And I think this is a well-researched composition that they have made use in the tournament.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not just about the junglers. Like, we're looking forward for the Kaisaya to shine, but again, he was able to do the job and task to her rather. Okay. I'm so used to saying him. Oh my god, esports.
Is it
But
okay?
again,
We can use like as a generic. It's okay.
So they were able to secure those tyrants, those overlord, and again, Jerisa was able to do the job of a farm lane, being almost untouchable with just a single death and damage the tower. So apart from killing, he was also able to deal that much damage of a 57%.
I mean, here they're so synergized, but we call him the MVP of the game. It's gonna be Jarisa, having that KDA score of 717, damage dealt an amazing 116.5k, and look at the damage taken, almost untouchable. Maybe the only one that damaged her is that maybe the Overlord and the Tyrant, or maybe even the minions. Maybe that's just it. And yeah, total gold of 12k, and she's almost everywhere in the map, in the team fight. She's very much needed. 82% because she's gonna be, you know, taking off the lives of the tanky frontliners on the side of Starlight Esports. To even think about it, there were like 5 of them. There was the Elaine, there was the Lienpo, there was the June as well, and all of them were like just paper on this Garo.
Yeah, they're just running away. We have seen a lot of initiation coming from the Lianpo, but to our surprise, he wasn't able to contain all of the damages coming from this enhanced Garo. But again, that is just our game number 1 for our upper bracket series. And we'll be having more of this, of course, with our games number 2 and 3. So who knows if Indonesia would be able to turn back the tides and push it into a game 3.
That's so true. We'll just have to find out. The question is, who is going to be banned out by the side of Team Starlight Esports? Are they going to be banning out the Garo this time? I'm not so sure, but will it be the Ming instead, so that there will be no empowerment of whether be it the Hoi or the what do you call it, or the Garo as well? We'll just definitely have to find out. And yeah, that was the match between Vagus. I mean, sorry, I haven't even moved on. That was the match, the first match between D35 versus Starlight Esports, and that was just game 1. We'll see how Starlight Esports will try to make a comeback on game 2. Will there be a reverse sweep? But yeah, I think, you know what, D35 in here, they what do you call it? They are very comfortable with their rotations, right? They are very comfortable with just making sure that their farm laner in here is well protected, because they know that she's gonna one that will be carrying the team all the way to the end, and I think they were successful to do so. But knowing that, though, that is of course an information for Starlight Esports. Maybe they can take down whatever power heroes or best heroes in here that their farm laner has.
Yeah, so they could either take out the farm laner, or I think it could also be the main being banned if ever they have seen that as well as a threat for winning this game number 2. But as of the moment, they are just taking their time to carefully think who are they going to ban.
And they actually have not banned in here for the first ban for the side of Starlight Esports. It seems like could be a strategy. It's just either they have forgotten, or it could be a strategy wherein, you know, they just want to open up more hero options, right? But they're not the second pick in here where they can secure 2 right off the bat. But that will give them that will give D35 some thinking on what to actually ban. But for the meantime, Mayin will be banned in here. A favorite ban actually in this tournament for the ladies. But you know, I mean, like Mayin, I would say, I mean, I'm not a Clash laner, of course, but when I tried Mayin, I would say it requires some mechanical skills as well. So yeah.
It's actually really hard to play Mayin. You need to have the, you know, quick reflexes. It's as if you're playing an FPS, but you need to tap the screen really fast to do the combination. And I think Mayin also depends on the lineup. Like, Mayin is a good hero if there are a lot of squishy heroes onto the opponent's side, so he can do the slashing that she does have. And Lady Zhen is going to be banned out as well. So it's almost the same bans for our game number 1 for the series 2.
Yeah, that's so true. But then again, I think there will be oh, actually we're gonna be remaking. It seems like it wasn't in purpose, all of the no bans on the side of Starlight Esports, so we will be remaking that second game that we have for our second series tonight. But then again, that will be very questionable, right? If there's no Ming ban, or not even Agaro or what. I think this should be respected up against D35. So
D35.
again, we apologize for that. We're gonna be making a remake. We'll find out what the reason was. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, for you, is it a Ming ban or is it a farm laner ban up against D35?
I think it could be a main ban. I mean, regardless of whoever is going to be boosted by Ming could be lethal, could be problematic. Like, be it the Hui that you kept mentioning earlier, or be it once again the even Ladison could be boosted by Ming, right? So just ban out Ming at all costs. I mean, that's just my take on that.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And not only he can boost your damage up against opponents, and he can actually weaken out the opponent as well. So that's good. And of course the heals too. So that will keep you alive on his ultimate. So I don't know. It's so before we're not seeing so much of a Ming, we would often see some W bans or the Daxiao ban, but now it's different. It's more of a spam on the Ming, and it's being different on the higher ranks in the Grandmaster rank as well. Is we're talking about ranked games. You would often see more Yarya, you would often see more Ming. So it's being different. The meta is being shifted somehow. So I myself, I'm actually surprised to see that, and I love it because it's for a change, right? We don't want to see like all throughout this year it's gonna be Dolia or Dacia. We want something else, of course.
Yes, and these women are actually surprising us with their professional level type of gameplay. But of course, we'll be having a very quick short break. Again, this is Bibimbap alongside with Kaisaya. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Bakit? Kaya yung ban ganon? Ba't ka daw kasi may tinuturo sila eh. Ba't ka daw nandun? Wait lang, malabo yung camera ko. Ano gagawin ko? Oh. Malabo pa din sa sa Discord. So, paano to? Pero sige, kasi meron pang game. Like, di ba may 3 minutes ba yan? Kailan yan para ma-surrender?
Since time immemorial, a great power has existed in the universe. A mysterious energy brought it to a new world. The Ark, power of creation, people call it thus. It makes civilizations prosper, creates wonders, and it could cause the world to end. It holds the power to create and the power to destroy. Some desire it, others wish to protect it. Two factions fought over it fiercely in flames of endless war. So the gods sealed it away, where no human could reach it. Until today.
Dear players, welcome to Honor of Kings. Born in 2015, Honor of Kings is the world's most played mobile MOBA with over 200 million registered users and 100 million daily active users. It has witnessed a total of 73 billion views of esports content in a single year, and recently seen international teams battling it out for a prize pool of $10 million at the 2022 KIC tournament. Since launch, Honor of Kings has been continuously refined and crafted to be the ultimate competitive game on mobile. Now, we are going to take you behind the scenes as we share some of the development ideas that went into creating the game. Let's go! How to create the world's most played mobile MOBA. This was the goal we set ourselves, and from it, Honor of Kings was born. Within the game, players take on the roles of their favorite heroes to fight alongside their teammates in the Gorge and ultimately attain victory. Now, Honor of Kings is coming to Brazil. Through the game's journey from the East, cross-cultural encounters have generated a wonderful chemistry along the way. But what remains unchanged is Honor of Kings' core concept and the pursuit of perfection in game and hero design. These are constantly at the forefront of our thinking. At the early stages of hero design, the first things we ask are, what kind of experience can the hero give the player? How can we make our roster of heroes fully fleshed out and realistic? What kind of visual appearance, personality, and backstory do they have? And what type of weapon and combat style is most suitable for them? What are their strengths and weaknesses? Then, even deeper questions. What is the hero's mission? What are they fighting for? What makes film characters so beloved to us is that the creator uses an intuitive and visual story to bring them into our world. It's the same in Honor of Kings. To bring a hero into the player's world, we have to create their story, making them a vivid, vibrant, and living character, not just a generic persona that will be forgotten after a single glance. Ying was created in just this way. Though she appears to be just an energetic young hero, her background story is rich and vibrant. In the world of Honor of Kings, Ying was born to the prosperous and tolerant city of Chang'an. We wanted her to inherit the long history of Chang'an while also injecting fresh blood into the city. Born into a family of military generals, Ying grew up hearing stories of great warriors and eventually aspired to become a legendary hero, a torch to light up the ages. Thus, with her fiery heart, she becomes the protector of Chang'an. On the surface, it appears that Ying just likes to stir up trouble, but on the inside, she is driven by a desire to stand up for...
The battle continues for Project 160, Accession of Queens for our upper bracket semifinals. Again, my name is Bibimbap alongside with Kaisaya. Hi, Kaisaya. Early on, we are able to witness a clean domination coming from our women in the Philippines D35 against our females in Indonesia, Starlight Esports.
And it was an intensifying match with the Garo just dominating that game up against Starlight Esports. Maybe even, sometimes I'm thinking, okay, if maybe it's just a trio on the Garo, Ming, and the Angela, they can even
Yeah.
work it 3v5. I mean, considering Garo already has the itemization, okay? Because there's just so much heal and protection coming from the Ming and the protection coming from the Angela. But then again, we'll see how Starlight Esports will answer that now that they have realized that they actually play the Ming Garo combination, or maybe they will
Pretty
stop
good.
that by banning out the Ming. We'll just have to find out.
Yeah, we'll see that later on if we're going to give respects to those trio. I was about to say trio tagapayo, trio trouble trio that D35 was able to showcase during our game number 1. Well, apart from that, I think we could also look forward to having another Angela. I mean, early on they it feels like they didn't prioritize eliminating or banning the Angela. So maybe Main could be banned, wherein Angela could be still let loose, and this time Starlight Esports could just snatch it, just get it, and use this under favor.
That's true. We'll have to find out though, because the Angela as well. I mean, Blazing Brilliance. You don't want to eat that one alive. We saw how Elaine tried, how Lianpo tried a while ago. We were even commending how tanky or high sustain the Elaine is on the side of Team Starlight Esports as well as actually the Kaiser, right? So
Yeah.
we'll just have to find out this time. Though, if there will be a Garo ban or maybe a Ming ban, just to stop whichever farm laner that could be boosted by this Ming.
With the Ming. Ming is really the hot topic that we're currently discussing as of the moment, or even way back before we head on for a break, because it's really, I mean, it's really problematic for the side of Starlight Esports, because as far as I can remember, Ming or Shanna only did die twice or thrice, so it's not really, is really untouchable to an extent that he could just easily give those buffs, those heals with the spell heal as well that he is utilizing. So they really need to ban this at all cost. If
Yes,
I'm
that's
in their
true.
position, I'm going to ban Ming at all.
I mean, his ultimate is not named Longevity Piece for a reason, if it's not giving his teammates some longevity in their lives. But now we head on to our draft. Again, this is game 2 of the match between D35 versus Starlight Esports. This is already the upper semi-final. So whoever wins this match will move forward to the grand finals match tomorrow. But whoever will lose this match will still have a chance again tomorrow in the grand finals lower bracket. But then again, it's now, I know, it is actually match point for D35 onto this game too, but Starlight Esports needs to get that reverse sweep.
Oof. But going back to the bans, like D35 would still ban Mayin and Lady Jen combo, so same ban with their game number 1, or even with our remake earlier on. These are the heroes that they don't wanna be their opponent. On the other hand, Kaiser would be respected, would be banned for the side of Starlight Esports alongside Win and Arlie.
Yes, that's true. I mean, Kaiser was on the side of D35 a while ago for sure, giving a lot of space for their side. But meantime, they will still go for the Elaine, which was also picked by Starlight Esports a while ago. But it's not going to be the Garo Ming priority in here. Instead, the reset that they want to get from this Dolia, and of course the front line and sustain that the Musashi, and the initiate that the Musashi can do.
Yeah. So as of the moment, I feel like it's going to be an unlimited one. I mean, an unlimited initiation coming from Musashi, especially if a person of the player that is going to utilize him is going to be pro at it. And again, going back early on, we already set our expectations that if they're not going to ban an Angela, they could just snatch it and use it to their favor. And right now, they are going to use it alongside with the Zhang Fei. So frontliner, I might say, is good. Plus the second skill stun combination coming from the Angela. She just need a window of opportunity to use the ultimate.
That's true. And the bush play. And there you go. The Garo banned by Starlight Esports. They have finally realized in here that they have to take this away from Jerisa on the side of D35. Now I wonder though, because there's still the Hoi, which they can also pick, right? If Ming is left open. But we'll find out if there's gonna be a ban on the Ming from the side of Starlight Esports, or potentially they could take it for themselves. But for the meantime, what they want to take out from Starlight Esports lineup in here will be the Yuhuan, which can be played also in the jungle. So they want to make sure to remove more sustained sources from the side of Starlight Esports in here, which is understandable.
And the three staple bans for D35 is going to be the Marco Polo. I mean, Marco Polo is really a headache if ever he would also be paired up with the stun for the spell. So, I mean, you will think that you are able to win the clash, but when there's a Marco Polo on the opponent's side, it seems like it will be able to reverse the tide. So a good ban for the side of D35 and a Ganmo. That will add up to their lineup.
I mean, was still in Series 1 that we casted today. Ganenmo has been banned because we thought of him to be a Cancer, but in a Cancer in a good way we're in. You know, he can just like, you said it, you called it a no-brainer here where he just like spam and click and just, you know, dish out some damage. But of course, we'll see how Team D35 will make use of it, but definitely scary in the middle lane. We'll see how Angela will match up against that.
Ooh, and a good counter, I might say, for an Angela. Yep, you can use your ultimate, you can use your Blazing Brilliance. I don't care, you have a counter CC. But once I go after the combination and the Freshly Forged, that, you know, I don't have to go after you. I don't have to dive and get close to you. Because I can use those short and long blades just to outburst you. So, a really good draft, I might say, for the side of D35.
Yes, that's true. Though, I think in here, the Dolia priority on the side of D35 will most likely be meant for the Musashi, so that he will be able to go for that initiative team fights. And maybe on the gun for more damage, but we'll see about that. I mean, you will always anyway love that reset. Who loves cooldowns anyway in a game, right?
We already heard it, and we are already diving into Hero Scorch right here. So still the same tune that they were able to execute earlier on, wherein they're just going to clear the waves, and their jungles are just going to prioritize those buffs, the Crimson and the blue golem that they have to secured, and right after that, maybe they could go for a counter punch or just wait for them to reach level 4.
Ganenmo was able to get a few bucks from the little invade that he tried, but fortunately Reiki Ray was actually able to defend that. So was his Shishik. They're pretty much map aware of that one. And while this is happening in the mid though, of course, in the bot lane, we will definitely expect that 1v1 ring. So both solo lanes for now, but seems like Zilong is pretty much ready if in case to... Actually, Jerisa knows. Jerisa knows that the Zilong is here.
Yeah, and they are just giving their warning shots, and it's going to be a 3v3 situation with the stuns coming from Angela. But it's going to be the Shangwei or Reikiri. It's going to be the first blood being drawn by D35, and the members of Starlight Esports, they don't have a choice but just to regenerate and go back to their base.
They were quite outnumbered in their first position. Oh no! Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. I mean, they had a chance, so why not? Yeah. Unfortunately, no one is here from the side of Starlight to actually get that piece of health onto the side of Teresa. Meantime, up top,
2v1, but Don was able to survive with the first kill and the tankiness that he does have innately on his own. So still, even though with a 2 kill points or kill advantage onto the side of D35, I still see that Starlight Esports, they have they already considered that being too complacent is not a good thing. Even Thina, when he died down bottom, he was hugging, or she was just hugging the turret. It just so happened that Shanna, together with Jerisa, our what do you call that? Para binatak na ng pagkakataon or time-tested type of duo lineup that we have right here down bottom. They know who's going to go after the turret, who's going to contain the damage that the turret is giving. So they can just challenge these two. Even with the Zhangfei are in the lineup of Starlight Esports, with that unbridled outburst, they were able to outposition, outmaneuvered that chance that Lady Sun or Shanna was already giving to his teammate.
That's true. I mean, very timely rage in here from the Zhangfei Ray, just able to, break the position in the map on the members of Team D35. But still a good thing, for the side of D35. You know why? Because it's just a Dolia dying. It's a roamer. You usually would want a kill onto the carry, but they haven't taken the life of Jarisa in here. So Jarisa, in terms of her positioning in the team fights, you have to really commend her on that.
She really knows where to utilize the dashes that Lady Sun does have. And right now, moving forward, going to the top lane, Dun was able to commit the ultimate, but nobody is going to eat those things. And Shanna just running for his life, or for her life rather. It's going to be a 3v2 with Ganmo not having to deal any damage or any kill at all, but Musashi Christina is going up for the challenge and would be able to take down Reiki Ray, and another one would go up against them, and I think Zilong or KN would die as well.
Okay, that was like, okay, a pause. Okay, is he gonna die? Will he be able to survive? But then again, we continue. Okay, he's gonna die. But yeah, so far so good in favor of team D35 in here. They're actually able to capitalize on their potential in the fights. Whenever they see someone super low on the side of Starlight Esports, they just take advantage. They don't get scared. And again, with Jarisa actually getting the kills and the assists from the team fights that has happened a while ago, she can be left for a little while in here so that the Zhangfei, or rather the Dolia, will be able to roam around.
Yeah, and the Dolia is just everywhere. I love the fact that you pointed it out, because early on Dolia is on top. Right now Dolia is here because the objective is here. Zilong, KN was able to take the Tyrant, but is he going to survive? Yep. He was able to survive because of the blazing brilliance that Sichik was able to commit just to shoo away the members of the 35.
For now, at this point in time, the only choice for Reiki Ray in here is to make use of her unbridled outburst as a way to disengage, because they need to wait for the farm that they need, because we're talking about 3k gold lead that team D35 currently has. But hold a thought, because 4 members on the side of bot side, engage.
Oh my god, look at that skirmish. I mean, look at that initiation coming from Christina, and the 4 versus 1 kind of rotation coming from the members of D35. They are not in the bootcamp all together for nothing. We can see the synergy coming from these women. But the good thing about Starlight Esports is that they are going to have a trade onto the middle lane, but another initiation coming from Christina, another duel to death by this Musashi, which is easily refreshed by Dolia, which gives it a lot of fuel. Like he would just say, "Oh, go again! You have that ultimate. Oh, again, you have that ultimate." Like you'll be tired from it, but the mere fact that you are able to transcend or to get a kill means a lot to the team of D35.
I mean, if you're the type of person who's very aggressive and you have a very good opportunity to do that with a Celestial Melody, why not? I mean, they got the gold lead, they definitely have to take advantage of that. But do take note the fact that Starlight Esports anyway we're still able to go for the tower push in the middle lane, taking that down despite some of the members dying. At least that will give them some position to actually roam around the map.
And a good breather coming from them, especially that it is the mid lane. But moving forward, D35, they're unfazed. Like, okay, you got the mid lane, but we're still going to challenge this Crimson Golem after all. And they were able to get it. Plus, having KN as the death of KN to their lead though Jarisa would be sacrificed as well. And moving forward, that blazing brilliance coming from Sichik was able to land the blow, but not enough to obliterate Mira Jane. It's going to be a 3v4 battle where Endon would go for the deathbug blow, and he was able to take down Ricky Ray again.
Yeah, I mean, Celestial Melody is there. What can you say? But Team Starlight Esports was finally able to take down Dorisa up top a while ago.
Laura.
And we have more team fights, actually. But no, they're going to be chilling down a little bit. They're not chilling down.
Yeah.
Okay, finally.
It's a complete contrary with having a Dahlia, with having the chill pill, the swimming pool. I mean, the portable swimming pool because of the second skill of Dahlia. But because of the Celestial Melody, because of the early cooldown of skills, they have no patience at all. But just do not overextend. I mean, Christina, that's too deep for the side of D35 to commit. But because of that lapses, because of those mishaps, they're going to back out. They have to. I mean, they have to.
Yeah, that's true. However, gotta love what that Seasick dude did a while ago, surviving still with a slither of health, killing off a member on the side of Team D35. So you can see how mechanically good the players are still on this female tournament that we have. For the meantime, gonna be stopped in teleporting is our friend here up top, Lane Wuna. Will she be able to back away? That's actually the question.
Yes, and she won't be able to be the support that the other members of Starlight Esports is needing down the bottom. Finna would try to challenge Dune or Mira Jane, but wasn't able to deal that much damage, and they're going once again for the Chacha onto our mid lane. Zanfe is just taking his time on where to utilize that unbridled outburst, but Miss Dope will be meeting his demise. He wasn't able to land those blows with those couple blades, and look at the first kill coming from Dahlia, moving them out, shoving them all, but that wave breaker wasn't able to heal all of those members, and a double kill coming from KN before being eliminated this time, and Starlight Esports would be able to take down another turret onto the middle lane.
You know what? You gotta love what the Liwara did that, taking advantage of the bush play plus the blazing glare. I mean, you get blinded on that. Where is your opponent? So, in here is the light of hope, definitely on the side of Starlight Esports, but we'll see how they will fare because Ganimo just went back alive, killing some members on the side of the Starlight Esports.
Yeah, and that's the flip side of having a Ganmo. Like, you really have the advantage when it comes to having a range fights with your short and long coupled blades, but when the opponent, when the enemy already know the range of your skills, when they are already close to you face to face, you're just going to be obliterated just like that in a snap. So Miss Dope, regardless of the burst potential, regardless of the damage that she does have as of the moment, I think she could just go fight these enemies or these members of Starlight Esports head on. So she needs to know where to position herself, as the members of Starlight Esports is already securing our second tyrant of the game. Unbridled Outburst has been utilized, but it's not in tune or in sync. And look at that by Sunset committed by Elena Mona. He wants to obliterate the other members of D35, and they're just running away for their lives.
Look at Zhang Fei, he's just very persistent. And not yet even done because Reiki in here once more, but we'll hold on in the end. But yeah, we are already at 11-minute game time. We call this the late game already. And talking about late game, this is an online Luara we're talking about. Having the itemization indeed. I mean, can jump over the walls too if she wants to, so why not? So it will be hard to catch up her, most especially they don't really have the types of Mayin, but so much pokes in here from the Ganon mode.
2 flashes or burned because of being afraid of Miss Dope, and that's actually a good comeback coming from Miss Dope, regardless if she was able to secure the skills. But those lull time of having no flashes for our farm lane, for the Angela, means a lot for the side of the 35. on the other side, I think Christina should really do the bushy tactics or the shotgun type of plays, because with the previous deaths that she does have, it's no longer an advantage to them, because she's diving so deep that even Dolia, even Shana can't keep up.
That's true. But look at the bottom lane part of the map. This is gonna be looking scary because there's a flag coming from the Zilong, and Zilong goes in, but they have to be very careful on the damage coming from the Ganon move.
Yep. And with that in mind, Sishik would utilize that Blazing Brilliance once and for all. It's like a fire hose. He's going to eliminate those fires even without even not having any firefighters.
He's going to
alone. Sisik is going to have a tango against Miss Dope, and he was able to land that final blow finally against this Angela once and for all, and the Sky Splitter won't be able to be the means of survivability for our Zilong, and Dawn is already advancing with that and was able to take down Zilong, or 4 members of Starlight Esports.
Kayan was actually already in the crystal of D35. Yeah, it's just quite unfortunate for her. Members of Starlight Esports, or rather D35, was able to defend the crystal. But 3 members now has been back alive. Let's see how this one will go.
Oh no, look at that by Sunset, brought to you by the Elaine, but Christy was able to take him down. It's going to be 4v1 situation, and Angela was there to save the day, but to an exchange of 2 members. Kanmo again. Miss Dope is able to deal those damage, and they're just clearing the waves with Jarisa leading the pack and just cleaning them all out with the ultimate shell and the rolling raid combination. Even KN would take those upgraded shells at all, and there's this luck.
That, I think only one member on the side of Starlight Esports bought some magic death item, Tsukuba's cloak. I wasn't able to see clearly, but then again, this is why we call, cancer sa midyan yung ganin mo. So I mean, it's just so annoying. Long range damage, even if you try to back away, still there.
Yes, and they just hold on to the moment that they could reverse the tide once and for all. And our MVP once again is going to be Jarisa with a total of 826 KDA, damage dealt of 142k, damage taken almost not even in half, 39.8 damage, total gold 12.5, and a team fight rate of 70% with the ladies suit.
Yes, that's true. Well positioned in the map. We did see that a while ago. I think that was like around within 4-minute game time. Wherein, yes, there were like, the first blood actually went onto the side of Starlight Esports. But moving forward, we saw how Jarisa actually, while making use of the latest soon, was able to just, juke in and out from team fights here and there.
And of course, we're going to take a look at our brackets that we will be having again for tomorrow. So how is the movement as of now? Okay, so our first team to advance over grand finals is none other than D35, and of course Vagus Divine, our winner from match or series number 1 rather, is already on our lower finals. They are waiting for Um, uh, is it right? Is it for FE? No. I'm fighting with myself. So where's the other team? Where's
Or
Starlight
actually,
Esports?
Starlight Esports will
Would be having a
going
battle between Vagus Divine, right?
Vegas Divine, right. And after that, whoever will win that will go up against D35. So there you go.
Thank you so much for the thank you so much.
It's okay. That's why I told you we should have had coffee a while ago. But yeah, lower bracket tomorrow. That's gonna be the first series that you'll find out. Starlight Esports versus Vegas Divine, both Indonesian teams, and our team from the Philippines, D35, will be sitting pretty, waiting for whoever will win the match on the lower final. So gonna be super exciting. Again, 2 series again tomorrow for sure. More learnings from both of our teams about, what's the comfort picks and what's the play style of all these teams. So I think I really love how the format of our first female tournament has panned out in here. But yeah, really amazing. Day 4 of the Accession of Queens. Tomorrow is day 5, but we are soon to close this stream. We thank you so much for watching, and before we do that, I think we would wanna promote our social medias. You can follow me, Kaisaya, on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Just search Kaisaya, and yeah, Bibimbap.
Follow me as well on all of the social media pages. That's just Bibimbap with the correct spelling. That's BEEBIMBAPP. And of course, this tournament is brought to you by Project CLX, presented by CLX Production, and supported by Honor of Kings. Again, on behalf of our production team, alongside with my partner here, Kaisaya, it has been nice having the semifinals with you all. See you again on this page tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye!